Guys, welcome to, hold on, I'm going to set up a new server right now live on here. I know I'm not going to set it up as root. Derp, derp. So, basically, I'm going to start setting up a server on a 123 systems server. Go to bwana.me/123rocks. To check out their prices. The one that I recommend if you're going to set up a Minecraft server is the 2 gigabyte server. Let's get this over here. So there's a bunch of servers they have at 123 systems. Got a VPS Linux server here. 1 gigabyte of RAM. This is the cheapest one, but I think if you're going to run a 16 to 20 user server, you should probably go for the 2 gigabyte server. Minecraft, when you run it, it allocates 1 gigabyte of RAM to the game or to Java. So that's kind of like the minimum and max limit it uses. But you kind of want to give yourself some breathing room because you want some room to grow. Even though these things are burstable to 2 gigabytes, with VPSs you just get a smoother experience. I think if you go with the 2 gigabyte, you get 50 gigabytes of space, 4 cores, 500 gigabytes of bandwidth. That should be plenty. I mean, we haven't gone over that with ours. 2 IP addresses. $20 a month for this one. $60 quarterly. 120 annually. So you save a few, I think, if you go annually. Actually, yeah, you save some money if you go annually. So that's what I recommend. If you go to 123 Systems, one.me/123rocks, go to that link and I'll get credit for affiliates if you do sign up. And that's what I recommend. So once you sign up,
That black screen.
once you sign up for, gonna mute myself. Guys, I want to mute myself because I'm probably gonna clip this.
That
Once you sign up, they'll give you an IP address and a root password. Alright, I think you can pick your root password. And what you do is you download a client like Putty. This is what I have here, Putty. Go to Google Putty, and it's the first link. This is a free Windows Telnet SSH client. Alright, download that. This will give you a terminal so that you can remotely log in to the server. So get Putty, and that's a whole separate tutorial. But get Putty to connect. All right, and you get your root password. Now, you don't want to do much as root. So what I usually do, and what I recommend you do is you create a Minecraft user. Just create a user that's dedicated to run the Minecraft server. Blah 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 blah. So there's a command in Linux called add user, and it's not all caps. Alright, add user, you do Minecraft. Alright, it adds a new user, adds a group. It creates the home folder, creates the shell files from the skeleton folder, and you basically type in a password for it. Alright, you can put in some optional information for who is, but I usually don't put anything there. Alright, so now my user's set up. So now I can basically log in to that Minecraft user. So here I am. I'm logged in as a Minecraft user now. So what you want to do, depending on the flavor you have, the flavor of Linux you pick. I have Ubuntu here. I recommend you use Ubuntu or Debian or one of those. I like apt, but you can use CentOS or some other Linux variants. You want to get some programs. I like to use either wget or curl. I'm sorry, wget or curl. Curl is not currently installed. I can install it with apt, but I'm not going to do it now. But I do have wget. Okay. So make sure you have those commands. You can type which wget and that'll give you the path of where it is or which curl. And if nothing returns, you don't have those programs. If you want to install curl, log back in as root and do apt-get install curl, and that'll install curl. Actually, I'll do that now so you can see that. I can't type. And it's gonna get the package list, blah 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 blah. These are programs that can download files from the webs, so you don't have to FTP them or anything. You can download them right from the shell, and it does its thing. All right, let's go back in. It's Minecraft. Now I can do a which curl, and now I have curl installed. All right, so I got the program. So now I'm going to go to the webs, the interwebs, and I'm going to get Heyo's mod. All right, you can go to Minecraft forums, minecraftforum.net. Go over to the server multiplayer discussion thread. Make that bigger so you can see it. Go here. Look for a thread called HMod. Should be near the top. It's a fairly popular thread. Yeah, HMod server mod. Go here. And this is Heyo's mod right here. This is what I use on the servers. And it seems that it got truncated because it's too big. You scroll down and you get the download link. Alright, so I get this download link here. I'm going to copy the link address, go back to my shell. Now, wget has a redirect command. I think it's wget-o. Let's just make this user friendly. I do things the hard way. Yeah, do -o. Oh, that's log messages file. I think it's capital O. Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to do wget-o. I'll call it heyo. I think it's .zip. And then the address. Okay. So if you missed that command, it's right here. wget-o heyo.zip, and then I pasted the address, and now I have a file called heyo.zip. And you know what? I don't think I have unzip on here, so I might have to install that. Yep, let's install that. Same thing, apt-get install unzip. Very, very simple package manager. It's going to do its thing. Alright. So now I have, well, let's clear first. And now I have unzip. Alright. So I'm just going to create a temp folder here and put everything in here, because I like a clean installation here. If you don't know Unix commands, don't worry about it. You'll pick it up. Just go to Google, search for Unix commands, and there you go. I'm going to unzip heyo.zip, and it inflates a whole bunch of stuff in here. But the main thing you need to be concerned with, there's a bunch of stuff, some SQL files and blah, 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 blah. The main thing you need to be concerned with is the bin folder, because that's where the stuff is that you're going to need. So what you can do is that you can basically move this bin folder into a Minecraft folder. Alright, into your Minecraft folder, and that is where you set up your server. So this is how I do mine. I just make a folder called Minecraft, and then I'm going to copy that whole folder from the temp directory to here, to Minecraft. This is just how I do mine. You can set up how you want. It doesn't matter where the files are located, to tell you the truth. Alright. And that's pretty much it. That's it. And the next step is just to start up the server. Here's a script here called server no GUI.sh, which you can edit. Server no GUI.sh, which you can edit the Java command. This is the minimum and maximum memory that you're going to allocate to Java. 1204 megs. That's a gigabyte. For most purposes, you can leave that default. Alright. So, I'm going to make it executable. Now it's a shiny green. And this is a bare installation. So this is what I'll do. I'll run this file from here. Just do a dot slash to run it from here, or you can do the full path. Home, Minecraft, bin, and blah blah blah. Type all that stuff. But I just usually do dot slash server no GUI .sh. Alright. Run that bad boy. Oops! Look at what here. No Java. I don't have Java installed. So check this out. App get install default JDK. And it's going to install a whole bunch of stuff. It's a very fast box. JDK took like 5 minutes on some other boxes I use. This is almost done actually. It's done. That's pretty much it. It did all the time consuming stuff. This is just cleanup right now. Yep, and done. So now I have Java. And now I can run that that command again. Well, let's just check to see if we have Java. It's there. I can do a java-version. Tells me I have the JDK 16018 blah 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 open JDK blah blah blah. And guess what? It downloads the Minecraft server.jar and the server is now up and running. This is the console. You can type help to see all the commands. It's got a whole bunch of commands here. And it's running. The server is up and running now. There's a Minecraft world waiting to be joined. Let me join it just so you guys won't think I'm crazy. I'm now on my Minecraft server. It's a little bit choppy right now because the world's generating. But once it generates, it's going to smooth out. And there it goes. It's smoothed out. Still generating a little bit. Let's make sure my fog is right. There we go. I got animals and everything on here. This is one thing you should know. When you generate a Minecraft world on the server, you might want to give it a few minutes to just like even itself out. What I like to do is I like to run around a little bit so that the world generates itself. And boom, you're done. So that's it. That's pretty much how you set up a server. It generates a bunch of files. There's the banned IPs, banned players. These are basically flat text files that you put in IPs or player names to ban people, or you can use the /ban command in the game. The groups file, where you define groups. Let's use nano so it looks better. You can define groups. You can do your own custom groups, or you can go with the default groups of admins, mods, VIP default. And there's the users command or the users file, which is probably empty right now. And it has various formats where you put the name, the groups, pretty much if it's admin unrestricted, the color, the commands, and the IPs if you want to restrict people's connections by IPs. And this is all part of Hale's mod. If you do a bare Minecraft server, all you have to do, if you don't want any kind of mods or anything, just get the Minecraft server.jar and you can run that command. Run this command that's in this server no GUI, which Notch has documented on his website. It's basically that, but you just use Minecraft server.jar right here. So I mean, it may seem intimidating with all these Unix commands, but it's not a whole lot. It's very simple to set up. I mean, you can get a server up and running in half hour cold. If you don't know anything, if you know basic Unix commands, if you can FTP, if you can, log into shells, if you can wget URLs, you can get a basic server up and running in 30 minutes. No no time flat. So very, very easy. And this is just one mod. There's a bunch of other different mods out there that you can use for your stuff. So this server is actually ready to go. Now it just requires uh, me to configure it, create users. And what we're doing in our community is that we have shared files. We're using Dropbox to share our users and groups and all that information. So we only have one master list. One master list. I got spotted on my phone. So we don't have to edit our user list in 12 different servers. And this server right here, I mean, okay, let me talk about one more thing. You can not only can you install Minecraft on these servers, you can install just about anything that runs on Linux, and that includes like Team Fortress 2 servers, Left 4 Dead 2 servers, which are absolutely free. You can run a Mumble server. You saw we use Mumble. All you gotta do is type in the command apt-get, I think is Mumble server or something like that. Apt-get install Mumble or Mumble server, and you can get a Mumble server on there. Uh, the sky's the limit, guys. Once you learn Linux, it's a very cheap way to get your presence on the web. You can set up your own web server. If you want to run a website, you want to run your own personal blog, you can set up a web server. That involves a lot more steps than what I showed you here, because you got to set up a database, you got to set up PHP, it's not hard, but it's just more steps. It's more apt-get install stuff. Let's see. Okay, when you do run your server, I highly recommend you use a command called screen. If you don't know what screen is, screen is. Type in man screen, and I don't have screen installed. Blasphemy. And this is a bare server, so I don't have all the things that installed that you need. So this is very good if I'm going to clip this, because these are the commands you're going to have to do to install these. Install screen, because what that'll do is that'll allow you to have a virtual terminal, and you can log out and come back in. Your terminal will still be there. Wait, I'll just do it in a root screen. And you got a virtual terminal, and you can hit Control AD to detach from the screen, and you can come back in later. I probably should log out as root and log in as myself. Yeah, you might want to learn sudo as well. That'll definitely help. Okay. Seems smaller. So you type in screen, and you get the splash screen. Press a key, and this is how I run the server. All right, I go to CD Minecraft bin, and then I run the server. The server's up, and then I do Control AD, Control A, and then D, and it'll detach the screen. So now the server is running. I can log out. I can go do what I want. I can turn my computer off, and then when I come back in, I do Screen-R, and I can resume the screen. I can see what's going on in here, and who's on the server and who's doing what. So if you do set up a Minecraft server, make sure you get familiar with the screen, because it's going to help you in more ways than one. Not just for logging out, but for automating processes, for automating backups, just a whole bunch of stuff that we use that makes use of screen. And then you can actually type commands in here. I can say hello world, even though there's nobody on the server right now, and they'll see it as a server typing hello world. So once again, guys, I recommend 123 Systems. They're if you're gonna go to bwana.me/123rocks, and if you're gonna order one of these, if you want to set up a web server, you want to set up a Mumble server, or if you want to set up a Minecraft server, get the 2 GB one as a minimum for Minecraft. If you're going to do other things, Mumble, even a web server, the 1 GB will be fine for most cases. That's $12.50 a month. But if you're going to do Minecraft, you at least need this. Minecraft is very resource intensive. It's CPU intensive. It's RAM intensive. So you definitely want to use that. All right. They got a 3 GB one too, for you hardcore guys. $30 a month. Gives you more bandwidth. Let's see, more bandwidth. They could get more cores. No, you get the same amount of cores. CPU cores 4, and so on and so forth. Now you can manage these VPSs, these servers, using their built-in management program. You can reboot them remotely from the web. You can reinstall the OS if you want to use a different flavor of Linux. You know, a whole bunch of options are available. They even have a virtual terminal program up there, which I don't really recommend. Use Putty or something similar. If you're on Mac OS 10, you have SSH built in, so you just use terminal. With Windows, you probably need to download a program like Putty or something. And on Linux, obviously, you have a terminal as well. Any questions? Anybody got any questions before I move on? Because I think it's getting stop time.